You know, efforts to rescue the national currency, the Naira, and resolve forex liquidity must not be spared. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has directed deposit money banks, DMBs, and international money transfer operators, IMTOs, to pay all diaspora remittances in Naira. CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso reaffirmed the determination of the Monetary Policy Committee MPC to subdue inflationary concerns through conventional methods. According to American businessman Perot, a weak economy leads to a weak nation. The Naira must be rescued. Or what do you say?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have to rescue the Naira. And I also want to note that I think the Naira has been stable for quite some time. I think whatever the CBN is doing is working. At least we've not experienced the kind of volatility that was in place before now.
That's it.
I think for about 2-3 months now, at least we can gauge the value, the exchange rate, which is good for business, really. And also the difference between the government window and the black market, so to say. I think they are closing up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one is 1,380, another is about 1,500 or 480. So it's gradually closing up. Yeah, but I still want to put it that this is a kind of a stopgap to the problem, because it's not likely to solve the problem. Anyway, I don't even think, I don't even think they think it will solve the problem on the long run. I think what we need to do is to increase our earnings of forex. That is the...
and provoke an aggressive production.
Yes, that's the way we can earn more. Without increasing export goods so that we can earn foreign exchange. I think that is the ultimate, and I think that is what government should focus on. Yes, then we appreciate the fact that now we have gold added to our forex revenue generation. We just hope that that process will be quickened, that we'll be able to earn more from that aspect. But I also think that we need to start thinking of also adding value to our products, things we produce here, that we can also export. We should be able to go back to the days when Nigeria was exporting cocoa and making serious money from the produce.
BC, you make me remember that. Biko, you also remember that the Naira attained a commanding height years and years ago. Yes. We can gradually go back there if we do the right things as we are doing now.
We have to make our currency stronger. The biggest shame for me is that CFA that we used to mock.
We used to mock.
They would say, "Oh, look at Citizen Jones. He's a millionaire in CFA and a carbonier in Naira."
Oh boy!
You know, we were
even our brothers CD.
Yes, it was like that too. You know, but suddenly the CFA is stronger than the Naira. Our neighbors, their currencies are stronger than ours, and it is causing all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Today, Nigerians see a great incentive in trucking grains across the border because they will earn foreign exchange. And the money they will earn is stronger than our Naira. So the incentive to sell within our country has been taken away by the fact that our currency is now weaker than the CFA.
That's it.
So whatever the CBN is doing, and I'm begging Cardoso, because initially when this floating of the Naira was done, we were on like 900 to the dollar.
Dollar, yeah.
But today we are around 1,480, 1,500. That's not where we want to be.
Yes.
You cannot solve some of the problems. Remember that President Tinubu had to direct the customs to release some trucks of grains that were seized as they were trying to truck across the border.
That's it.
You know, into Niger Republic, because their currency is now stronger. I never thought that in my lifetime the CFA, as used by our neighbors, will become stronger than the Naira.
You mustn't.
The president intervened
I'm sure.
on the condition that those grains will be sold in the open markets here in Nigeria. You know, those guys will have lost everything.
Yeah.
But as a listening father, he said, no, release those trucks, but they must be sold here in Nigeria. We can't defeat hunger. We can't defeat food insecurity when what we produce gets taken.
Carried out.
Yes. They are going to create scarcity here. They're going to create scarcity here. So we must find a way to show up the value of our currency so that, first and foremost, those are our neighbors. Our currency must be
will not have the last laugh.
Yes, it must be stronger than yes. Otherwise, we won't solve this problem. People are saying, open the border, open the border. It won't solve the problem because those guys, in the past, we used to get produce from there because our currency was stronger. But to do that now, it will be at your own disadvantage because you will spend more. So there is every reason why our currency, we must make sure our currency is stronger. I like the fact that the CBN is trying to reduce Naira liquidity in the hands of these banks. A lot of them have tons of Naira, and they use this Naira to buy foreign exchange and then speculate on, look at movement in the foreign exchange market, continue that transaction, that attitude. We don't want that. So by saying, okay, pay in Naira, they are reducing the Naira liquidity in their hands, which means, yes, that's one of
a lot of Naira will
yes,
them.
And it can also help in fighting inflation, because if you have excess liquidity, it's an enabler to inflation. So I'm happy that they are doing that. These banks check their balance sheets. They are not lending to the real sector. They are not interested in you and I. If you look at forex gains that they record on their balance sheet, you will see that they have simply been trading in foreign exchange, and that's where the bulk of their money is coming from. Banks all over the world make a lot of money from lending. In fact, that's what banks are about. But these ones here, they are not prepared to lend to anyone. They are not prepared.
Basically, when they say memory is very unkind to an old man, you remember when you took the Naira out of this country, you didn't need to exchange it.
No.
The Naira was strong.
You didn't need to, you just simply take your card, your ATM card, loaded with Naira, you take it, you travel out, and you spend it. I can tell you that even some of the things I'm wearing now, I bought through that. Okay. So but then that time is gone, because really you didn't have to look for a dollar or anything, because you know that you will always,
because we're doing
the value
things right.
And it's not outrageous. The difference between the official market window and the black market wasn't that great. In fact, there was a time in this country that people were sending their children abroad to study, and they just give them their ATM cards. Once they collect their salaries in Nigeria, those guys have access to that money, and they're able to spend.
Who was abroad said anytime the Naira was remitted to them there, they go through party.
Because our currency
was So really, I think I agree with BKO on the fact that we shouldn't allow goods here. to be taken out of the country. But what I'm saying is that we need to shore up our production in the agric sector. We need to focus especially on that, because I think we have an advantage in that area, and we can. We have the opportunity, we have the land and all of that. So maybe we should.
When we even simply got lazy.
And we are not we just stop doing all of these things.
The ball.
What's the problem with us? Now, do you know a lot of Nigerian companies have gone to open warehouses along the borders? What do? They buy paddies, rice paddy from foreign farmers.
Yes.
And then bring here to use in their integrated rice farms.
Yeah.
Paddy is difficult to access. That's why you find Lagos State, for example, they have a rice, they built a rice mill. They don't have paddy to kick the rice mill. Kick it off. They don't have the quantum of paddy that they need. They have no access to it. Everybody is looking for paddy. During the Buhari regime, they stacked up pyramids of rice.
Was it
from rice that they brought all the way from Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger? Some of the people were actively involved in that scam. They told me that the rice came from different parts of West Africa. And we were deceiving our people. We stacked up pyramids of rice that we didn't produce here. Why? We can grow enough rice.
I hear we have as many as 20, 30 varieties of this.
We can grow enough rice to feed not just ourselves, but our neighbors.
Yes.
At least. How is China, that is the most, I said China, India, the most populated country in the world now, how are they able to feed themselves despite that population?
Yeah.
We have the best climate that God can give anyone is what He has given us. And our soil is so fertile, alluvial. But we are not taking advantage of the opportunities there. A state like Bayelsa can feed half of this country simply by growing rice.
Oh, yeah.
And there are many other states like that. But we just felt that because we had oil, and even the oil, we are not producing enough.
Yes, yes.
During the Jonathan era, we were able to produce even in excess of 2 million barrels a day.
Okay.
What is wrong with us? Right now, we will struggle to do 1.2 million. That's why we are not earning enough. Look, as much as people are saying, let's diversify, I want to see that happen. But I can tell you that if we can do 2.5 million barrels a day, we will earn enough foreign exchange that will help us to bring down against the dollar, ensure that our currency is much stronger. We'll be able to achieve that because we earn more. We can earn double what we are earning now.